Good morning, guys. I hope you're having a good morning. All right, starting off today with our devotions. The Lord is my strength. Jehovah Uzi. Can you say that? Jehovah Uzi, the Lord my strength. And this one is called With a Stone and a Sling. Psalm 28 verse 7 says, The Lord is my strength and my shield. I trust him and he helps me. And this story is from Why I said Psalm. 1 Samuel, very different word. 1 Samuel 17, which we read not too long ago for Bible. Israel's soldiers shivered in their boots. What do you think that means? Does it mean they shivered in their boots? They were nervous. Across the valley in front of them camped the army of the Philistines, and one of the Philistine soldiers, Goliath, looked like a giant. He was more than 9 feet tall. He wore heavy armor and carried a big spear. Send someone out to fight me, Goliath yelled to the Israelites every day for 40 days. Come on! The Israelites trembled. No one wanted to fight Goliath. Then David, the son of Jesse, came into the Israelite camp with supplies for his brothers. While he was there, he saw and heard Goliath. Send someone out to fight me, Goliath yelled again. That giant is defying the army of God, David said. Who is going to fight him? But none of the soldiers, not even King Saul, wanted to fight Goliath. I will fight Goliath, David told the king. How can you do that? The king asked. You're just a boy. I have fought with lions and bears to save my father's sheep, David said, and God will help me fight this giant. Wear my armor then, the king told David. David put on the king's armor, but he took it off again. I can't wear this, he said. I am not used to it. Instead, he chose 5 smooth stones from a nearby brook and put them in his shepherd's pouch. Then, with his sling in hand, David walked toward Goliath. Excuse me. Oh, it says down here. I never read this part. I don't know why. When we are weak, God is strong. I like that part. Oh, sideways. What? Yelled Goliath. A boy is coming to fight me? Ha 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 ha. I come against you in the name of the Lord, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have challenged and insulted, David yelled back. Today everyone will know there is a God in Israel and that he saves, but not with swords and spears. The battle is the Lord's. David put a stone in his sling and twirled the swing as he ran toward Goliath. The stone flew out of the sling and hit Goliath in the forehead. Down he went, falling on his face. The army of the Philistines turned and ran away. Then Israel's army gave a big shout and chased after them as they ran. So there he is. Pretty cool. What does it mean? Have you ever watched ants at work? Most ants are very tiny, but they are strong. Ants can carry loads bigger and heavier than they are. Why are ants so strong? Because that is the way God designed their bodies. Our bodies can be strong too if we exercise our muscles and eat healthy foods. But being strong isn't just about muscles. It's also about being brave and doing the right thing even when it's hard. One of God's names is the Lord my strength, Jehovah Uzi. Sometimes God gives us a job we think we can't do. It seems too hard for us. Sometimes we're tired or sick and feel weak, but God is always strong. God gives us the power we need. He is our strength every day. Oh, you know, I needed to hear that today too. Sometimes he gives us a job we think we can't do. I'm reading it again. And it seems too hard for us. And sometimes we're tired and sick and weak, feel weak, but God is always strong. He gives us the power we need. He's our strength every day. Dear God, thank you for being strong. I'm glad you are my strength every day. Amen. Ooh, I needed that reminder today. All right. So, I forgot to get out the phonics card I needed for first grade. Sorry. Let me get it really quick. Hopefully I can find it really fast. Aha! I know it didn't take me too long. Oh, okay. So, first grade, your new special sound is 10 in mountain, all right? 10 in mountain. I wrote it wrong on my thing. It's 10. I'm pretty sure I wrote N on your paper. But 10 in mountain, T-A-I-N, 10, 10, 10. And we kind of say it like 10 like the number. We don't say tain. I don't say mountain. The mountain is very tall. We don't talk like that, do we? So it sounds more like the number 10. 10 in mountain, all right? So repeat after me. Curtain, certain, captain, mountain, fountain, and chieftain. We don't use that word very often, do we? So 10 in mountain. You're going to have that on your phonics paper in the next couple days. All right. As far as math goes, first grade, I wanted to remind you about a couple things. First, I want to remind you about these two symbols. Do you remember those two symbols? The top one here is greater than. So if I have two numbers here that make this true, it would be 10 is greater than 7. And remember, we talk about a baby bird, and a baby bird is hungry, so he's a little greedy. He wants to eat the bigger number, or the bigger worm, okay? And we could have 3 is less than 5. So we have that mouth opening for the bird at the bigger number. So I just wanted to remind you that today because you're going to keep doing that on your math papers, all right? And then you're also going to be continuing adding and renaming. Did you practice that the other day on your whiteboards? Practice doing a little bit of renaming. So remember, if I have the number, let's say I have the number 19 plus 23. Let's go with that number, all right? And on your paper, they actually give you a box up here, which is very nice and very handy to put your renaming up there, all right? So 9 plus 3 is 12, right? So I put my ones place. I think of the number 12, and you could write it to the side like I did the other day, but you don't have to. I think of the number 12, and the ones place in 12 is a 2, and my tens place in 12 is a 1, and I put it up in that box that they gave you. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. All right, let me show you one more. How about we do 36 plus 38. 38. Okay, so so we start in the ones place like we always do. 6 plus 8 is, it's a hard one, 14. So I think of the number 14, maybe I write it over to the side, and I think of what's in the ones place, goes down below, my 4 goes below, and what's in the tens place goes in my box up above. And then I add up my tens place, 1 plus 3 plus 3. I think of my 3 and 3, I can do that one really quick. 3 plus 3 is 6, and then I just add my 1 more. Just don't forget to add what's in that top box, or your answer's gonna be wrong. That would be sad. So 3 plus 3 plus 1 is 7. So remember, you always wanna start in the ones place there, all right? Okay, second grade, you are continuing to look at adjectives in your phonics. And I think I said it the other day, I think adjectives are really fun because they make our sentences more interesting, okay? So we've talked about writing good, strong sentences, right? Okay, I could have, I always do this. I can't think of a sentence all of a sudden. No, that's not a good sentence. Okay, the apple is red, okay? So there's my sentence. What's the subject? What's the noun in my sentence? My noun is apple. Can I make this sentence a little bit more interesting? Yes, by putting adjectives in. So I could put, what word could you use to describe the apple? Actually, red describes the apple, but can we think of another thing? Another word to describe the apple. We could say the round apple the round apple is red, right? That would describe the apple, round. It shows what it looks like, what kind it is. It's a round apple, although I don't think apples are anything but round, are they? That would be weird. What if you had a square apple? Oh, that'd be cool. Okay. How about what if I had the dog is cute? Okay. The dog is cute. Let's think of some words. I want you to think of some words to describe the dog. All right? And we talked about describing words like how many and what kind. We're not going to do how many for this one per se, but let's do like what kind. So what could you say? Shout out some things. We'll see if I can guess what you're going to say. Okay. We could say, let me get my other color here. The brown dog is cute. Or the little dog is cute. That describes it, what kind it is, because it describes like its size. The fluffy dog is cute. Now, one thing that you could do is you could use more than one adjective. Bleh. I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning. You could use more than one adjective to describe the dog, couldn't you? I could say, the fluffy brown dog is cute, couldn't I? I could use all three of them. I could change the order, or the fluffy little brown dog is cute, couldn't I? So fun thing about adjectives is you can use more than one. Now I wouldn't use like a whole long line. The fluffy little brown, small, petite, little, cute dog is cute. Like you don't want to have too many, but you could definitely use more than one to help make your sentence more interesting. So that's something to think about and something you're going to be practicing on your paper. Let's see. Then for math, second grade, you are continuing to do multiplying and dividing on your math paper. And we talked last week about multiplying times 2, right? And remember, when you multiply times 2, you're skip counting by 2's, right? So if I say, well, we know 1 times 2, that one's easy, right? It's one group of 2. So 2 times 2, 3 times 2, 4 times 2, 5 times 2, and 6 times 2. We'll stop there, okay? So one group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2, 4 groups of 2, 5 groups of 2, 6 groups of 2. So you can either draw your pictures or you could skip count. 2. Oh, look at that. 2, 4. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, right? And notice it's just counting by 2's. So if I'm counting by 2's down the row, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And if you're having trouble counting by 2's, you can go back to the video that I posted of our skip counting charts, or you could look up Scratch Garden, where that's the one that had the song on YouTube about the, the starting your sentence with a capital and ending with a period, that one. But there's also skip counting songs on there too if you need to practice some skip counting on Scratch Garden. So ask mom or dad if you can look up those if you need to practice your skip counting, okay? Now, so those are not so hard, right? Skip counting by 2's. Now, don't forget that when we divide, though, it's like we flip-flop it, right? So just like when we add and subtract, they're like flip-flopped. Well, dividing is flip-flopping also. So we're going to flip-flop it. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. If I have 2 groups and if I have 2 items and I put them into 2 groups, then there's 1 in each group, right? Okay. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. I'm just going backwards. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Or we could look at it this way. I'll do the next one this way. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Sorry, it's a bad 5. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So remember, we can write them 2 different ways. You just need to think about the multiplying sentence that relates to the dividing sentence. So if you have 12 divided by 2 on there, you need to think, okay, 2 times what equals 12. So skip counting by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, my answer is 6. Or maybe you have the problem, 20 divided by 2. Okay, so skip count by 2s with me. Ready? 2, do it out loud. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Ah, so 20 divided by 2 is 10. All right, so do that skip counting. Use your fingers for now. Do your skip counting to help you figure out those dividing problems. All right? And that about sums it up for today. So, I actually had a shorter video. Yay! So, I hope you have a great day, and I will send you another video soon. Bye!